Hi, it's Michael Tokaruk, and thank you for sending in your video for me to take a look at for the online Riders Collective. First impressions, when in the notes it said the horse looks or has some stallion-like tendencies, was cut a little late. It's really a cute, typey looking horse. Got a nice expression, but here in your flat work, it just looks to me at times like, first off, you're wagging his head too much, just kind of seesawing on the mouth with one rein, then the other, one rein, then the other. The trot and the canter just look a little bit dull, a little bit behind the leg. Something I always try to create and achieve with my horses in the flat work is some sensitivity and some responsiveness to the aids. So sometimes that means I even take my spurs off and just use a dressage whip or something so that when I touch my horse, I get a reaction. And it's the reaction I want that is helping me keep my horse in front of my leg, carry some true impulsion, so that when it comes time to jump, it's a real canter. It's not just a false, dull, slow canter. So I love the effort that he gave there over both of these jumps. Jumped nice, way up in the air and round over the X. Same thing over the oxer out. A nice effort there, just kind of stepped the next X, but he's an excellent jumper, jumped through the verticals there beautifully. Looks like he backs up, nicely and naturally in front of the jump and rocks back and curls over the fences, which is super. He gives you a nice shape in the air. The downside of that, it looks like at times when the jumps get bigger, he can jump a little hard. And so then, trying to figure out your balance and your timing in the air can be difficult. Sometimes you want to jump a little bit ahead and just tip with your upper body a little bit too much. And then even open up a hair early where you're just kind of bouncing off his neck a little bit with your, with your upper body position. So, you want to just slow your body down in the air. Don't bend over quite so much or quite so quickly. At times your lower leg gets out in front of you and your stirrups almost look like they could be a hole shorter for jumping. You got a nice long leg and a tall position, which is great. I'm tall as well, but it can be a real hindrance if it's if you aren't mindful of where your upper body is, and if your leg is too far out in front of you, you're always going to be catching up in the air and at the jumps. So, I always try to think about keeping my knee bent, keeping my lower leg back underneath me as best I can, and that way I'm going to be staying with my horse in the air. If I've got a horse that's a hard jumper, I just think about either a little automatic release so that I have to keep my upper body still and independent of my arms, or if I need to use the neck for balance, maybe even just pressing my hands into the neck or grabbing a little mane at times, anything to just help keep my balance here. He really gives some great efforts, and as the jumps get bigger, he really tries hard. I love the effort and the expression that he gives you. He looks like he really loves his job. And, ultimately that's the most important. If you can mix things up on the flat and ride him in different places, take him out on trails without just trail riding, but actually working him a little bit out on the trails and in some various environments and surfaces, I think that'll help him stay fresh. Liking the flat work. But the biggest thing, you want to achieve some sensitivity, get him reacting and responding to your lower leg a little bit better. I'd probably shorten your stirrups a hole at times for jumping, and then just think about your upper body staying a little more still in the air. So overall, I think your angles are quite good. You sit nicely on the horse. You your upper body on the flat is very correct. Your knee angle on the flat is correct. You've got a nice position and a very nice horse. I think just a few little tweaks would help it be even better. Thanks for sending the video in. If you have any more videos of shows or anything with some more jumping, I'd be glad to look at those as well. And if I can help again in the future, I'd be more than happy to. In the meantime, stay safe and healthy, and take care.